go, Shaun White dropping in.
Packing up my suitcase. I'm gonna hit that road. Nobody knows.
Double fork.
Here's your double big twist.
Sunny California.
That is how it is done, folks.
Yeah, it's sunny California.
Shaun White confirms his status as the greatest of all time.
Yes, no doubt the pictures tell a story. What an athlete, what a record. Three-time Olympic gold medalist, championship after championship, film, music. The legend that is Shaun White joins us. Welcome
for having
to the
me,
show.
everybody.
Lovely to see you.
Thank you.
My beautiful wife, Kate, who's into snowboarding, I asked her, I said, what do you know about Shaun White? And she said, well, he's sick in the pipe.
Oh, yeah.
I said, that's me most Saturdays, but you don't rate me, so...
Amazing.
What I see there is kind of terrifying. For you, is it still just fun, or is it a work, obviously, element as well?
I mean, trying to learn new tricks is definitely difficult. It's one of those things where I'm like getting out of my comfort level. And think I've been riding my entire life, so to do something new and out of my comfort level is like going there. So it's definitely got to be like the perfect day, the perfect conditions, those things. But fun, I mean, the fun part's just like being in the mountains with friends, doing a powder day, trying, messing around on small tricks, little things.
But is it also fun because you did in the most recent Olympics, you were forced under pressure, some big scores came before you had to pull something out of the bag.
Yeah.
And of course, we invested heavily with our boy Scotty James
Of course,
as
Scotty.
well.
Yeah.
Talk us through this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's fun on a certain level, but this is the fulfillment. This is like working hard at something, having setbacks, overcoming those setbacks, still believing in what you're doing, and then, having it pay off like that in the end. I mean, it's really like truly putting in the effort and then getting the reward.
And we had Scotty James in your chair going back only a
nice.
month or so ago.
This
and
one
he
right here?
bought in his bling.
Okay.
He was a little disappointed it wasn't gold.
Yeah,
Are you
okay.
mates? Are you rivals? Give us an insight into your relationship with Scotty James.
It's great. It's a mix, you know what I mean? We definitely are friends with that common thread of that we want to win, and I think it's that thread that makes us friends. I respect that about him. If it was all kind of like smiles and fun, it was, I don't know. I think showing your true colors is nice with people on the mountain. So he knows I want to win just as badly as I know he wants to win, and so it's cool. It's a common respect, and I was happy for him. I've been able to kind of sit by and watch his career really take off. He's been just one of the guys in the mix and names slowly growing, and then he had this breakout year right before the Olympics, and then even. Gosh, this Olympic season was incredible. He was the top guys. I mean, those were the guys. Ayumu and Scotty were the ones I was watching the most.
I suppose you haven't skied unless you've crashed. Is there any throughout your whole life that you look back and say, oh, that was embarrassing?
Some crashes on the mountain?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Can't believe I'm telling you this. Yeah, there's one in particular that was always stuck in my side. I was at the X Games in Aspen, and I remember, making my way down the run, and I'm doing my thing, and I see these two girls sitting there, and I'm like, oh wow, maybe this is my moment. I could do something that might impress them, and I've got the skills. I could do that. Total fail. Oh my God, I'm coming through it, and the trail flattens out, and they're they're learning, and they're kind of sitting there buckling in their bindings or whatever, and I come through, I think I'm gonna do this big spin and move, and I hook my edge and completely fall flat on my face. It's what's called a scorpion. It's my back feet, my face is on the snow, but my feet are in the air above me like this. And so, I'm on a snowboard. We have no poles. There's no way to accelerate once you're on the flat. So I had to awkwardly sit there. And now they're recognizing me. They're like, oh, that's Shaun White. And I'm I have to scooch my way across the flat bottom. Anyways, that was probably the worst.
They weren't also in New Zealand, were they, Shaun? They weren't in New Zealand when this horrific, because you obviously have seen the inside of plenty of emergency vehicles.
Yeah.
This is just diabolical.
And it was just before the Olympics, wasn't it?
Yeah, this was just before. It was a couple months before the games. That was the crash. That was the second hit. You know, people forget that the wall itself is 22 feet tall. So when I clipped the top, you know, I'm lucky I didn't injure my back at that point, but I flew to the bottom, and then at the bottom is when I completely just hit my face. Oh. I don't recall going out. I know I was dazed for sure, but I didn't get fully, you know, concussed or knocked out. And I just remember being a lot of blood, a lot of things, and it was just a frustrating situation to be in. I was literally having the best day ever. I'm doing all my tricks, everything's going great. They're playing classic rock at the half pipe. Again, my moment.
Did you think your Olympic dream was over when you had that?
I didn't really know. I didn't really know like what to do next. I definitely knew that there's like this big hill to climb. Not so much physically, but emotionally as well. It's like.
Did you look up and see those two girls from?
Thankfully. Again! Oh man, yeah. Still haunts me.
You're obviously trying to, you know, constantly trying to perfect tricks and moves and stuff like that. But you know, in skateboarding and in snowboarding, you know, you've got to try to invent new moves and new tricks. Have you kind of been trying to? Have you worked on something and been close to it, but had to give it away because it's been too dangerous or too difficult? You know, what's the trick that we don't know about?
You never really give up on them. They just kind of like take the back seat or the back burner for a minute. You know, you're always sitting there going, what's pushing the envelope, and then what's like doable, like within a run, like what's gonna actually, you know, if you're sitting there trying this trick over and over and you make it once or twice, you can kind of get an idea of if it's something that you can actually work into your run or not.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then maybe you need more time for it. So, hey, you know what? I'm going to focus on these two tricks, and this is what everyone else is working on. I'm going to kind of focus here and then come back to it. So there was the triple flip in the half pipe that I attempted a couple times, and almost a worse crash than that one on the video. That put me in the hospital as well, and I haven't really been after it since. The double flip 14s have kind of taken over that trick, but there's always kind of something on the back burner there.
You ever get scared, or you just take it on?
I think it's like the misconception that like we don't. Like I'm fully scared a lot. I'm like
fully sick and fully scared.
I'm like a very casual person in my normal life, and so, you know, I'm not like the thrill-seeking type. It's just like, this is what I do, and that's why we talk about the fulfillment aspect. Is it's like I like it. It's like I work at something, and I know I can do it. I believe in myself, and so, and then you achieve it, you know. But there's plenty of days where I show up, and I think that honestly, look at my career has been so long because I walk away all the time.
Is it going to go longer though? That's the question, because what is it, 4 Winter Olympics?
Yeah.
And in 2020 we've got skateboarding at Tokyo.
I know.
A, should it be there? And B, will you be there?
Yeah, you know, it's wild. I knew that after snowboarding got, you know, involved with the Olympics, that at some point skateboarding was going to happen. I'm just kind of thankful that it's within my you know, career. I mean, it's time. I'm still fit enough to go do it. I mean, that was probably the first thing I thought of when I'm thinking, oh, I could go for the Summer Olympics. I'm like, well, I'm already in shape. That's like, well, that's already off the list. Okay. But
should it be there, do you think?
In the Olympics?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know why? It's just, it's incredible. There's so many athletes that are out there that push the envelope, just like I'm doing here, crazy injuries. I saw a guy today get injured at the skate park. That's why I'm in my skate shoes. I was at the skate park earlier, and a guy fell and crashed, and he was working on his run, and it's like you don't hear about him because it's not in the Olympics, and it'll give not only the skateboarders that are in the sport more recognition on what they're doing, but it'll give credibility to the younger generation that say, I want to be a pro skateboarder. It won't be like you're going to throw your life away. It'll be like, you know, you could be an Olympian. It gives hope for that. So.
The great reason, reason you're here, I really wanted to get to, that was Air and Style, which looks amazing. So this is going to be in August.
It's amazing.
And at Domain in Sydney, and like 16 stories high. I mean, so basically, if you can't take the people to the mountain, you bring the mountain to the people.
Bringing the mountain to the city. I mean, that was the whole idea of the event. Is basically taking what happens in the mountain, stripping away the hillside and things, and building this jump. It's 16 stories tall. I mean, it's massive. And then not only taking that, but and hosting this big major competition, but applying not only the sporting element, but the culture behind the sport. So the music, the fashion, the food, everything that kind of makes it special.
It's unreal.
But yeah, at the Domain, it's such an amazing venue.
We will be there. I won't be going down that mountain, but I'll be watching others do it. Shaun White, absolute pleasure to have you here. Good luck with that and everything beyond. Lovely to talk to you.
Yeah, we'll see you in August. I'll be back.
Back soon with our champ of the week. Stick around.